Nancy Watson, and Susan Geiger will be right after Nancy Watson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Nancy Watson, and I'm from Groton. Property for sale, 94 acres in Groton, New Hampshire, bordering 1 mile of the Cockermouth State Forest, home of Mount Crosby and Hebron Town Forest, privately located at the end of a 3/4 mile drive from a town road. Very large 2-story garage with additional poured concrete foundation for home site. Seller has made improvements, including 1,800 feet buried 200 amp electrical service, 5.5 bedroom installed septic, and a drilled 500-foot geothermal well. Southwest exposure with modest near mountain views, inclusive of not 1, not 2, but 3 potential industrial wind turbine facilities. All this in addition to industrial wind turbine plant Groton Wind, located just 1.5 miles through the forest to the east of the property. No longer will you enjoy just starlit night skies with no man-made light pollution. You will experience the full effect of close to 50 500-foot red-lit turbines pulsating 20 times a minute. No need to travel to Boston for a show of skyscrapers, when there'll be more turbines in Newfound area just as tall. Enjoy serene snowshoe walks and hikes through your woodland trails with nothing separating you from the sounds of nature except throbbing pulsations from turbines number 12 and 13, especially when low cover is present or when it's snowing. No worry about the moose trampling your garden beds or listening to the peepers in the bullfrog pond. With a possible 5 industrial wind turbine facilities, all within a 10-mile radius, wildlife fragmentation and infrasound will take care of these annoyances. Quick access to routes 3A will be soon following. Trees gracing winding country roads will be cut down, and roads widened to highway width to accommodate super loads carrying turbine blades and concrete. Seller is not liable for possible health-related wind turbine syndrome side effects due to close proximity to turbines. These side effects may include unsteadiness, queasiness, tinnitus, fatigue, arousal from sleep, stress, and anxiety. But for your turbine health-related ailments, the convenience of Sea Spear Memorial Hospital is located a short 20-minute drive nearby Plymouth. Property taxes, they can't be predicted. The Grafton County tax burden seems to be eating up over half the pilot payment this year from Groton Wind. You better plan on an increase of 1.5 times the current rate. Oh, and seller also suggests to self-insure against property loss. There are no hydrants close by. There is no fire suppression in the Groton wind turbines. But the Mount Cardigan Fire Tower will have an unobstructed view of nearly every turbine in the region. The popular Mount Cardigan, located in the 5,000-acre state forest, is a destination for hikers and campers alike. So, don't worry about attracting those pesky, annoying flatlanders and their tourist dollars either. Come schedule a showing today. This featured property is priced and inviting 25 to 50% less than original purchase price due to uncertainty for the region. Sellers would be willing to provide partial owner financing, but they need the money to relocate and start over somewhere else. I really don't want to sell my property, but this listing description could become reality. For now, it's fight or flight, and I'm fighting. Things haven't changed much since last year when I came before this committee. My husband and I are still living in our garage. We don't know if we should build. I don't feel safe, and I don't feel content. I'd like to have the faith and trust in our legislative system that there will be direly needed specific siting rules for SB 281 put in place and followed. I still worry about my neighbors and the residents who live in the town and valley by the bores created by the Cockermouth River and the Punch Brook. I had an opportunity to talk to a sound expert while in Vermont a few months back. Here's his card. He had grave concerns about the consequences of these wind facilities that are being located in mountainous areas. He said the turbine noise carries through the valleys and creates real problems for people living in them. We're seeing this problem play out over in Rumney and Groton Hollow, over in Carl's neighborhood. It's over in Vermont, and it's down in Massachusetts, too. How are we going to deal with these problems after the fact? That's why it's so important to create necessary and safe setbacks as well. And many people in Groton have lived there their entire lives. They have no intention of leaving, and to be honest, many of them have little understanding of what problems they may be facing if there's so many installations in the area. By the time these permits are up and running, it will be very difficult for many to sell their homes. And if the recent reports published by Matt Magnuson from the Whittemore School of Business and Economics are really true, that there's minimal or no decrease in property values for homes surrounded by these industrial wind plants, then make these wind companies back up this claim with a property value guarantee. Also, there's something amiss here when a small town descended upon by the potential of 3 to 4 industrial wind power plants. And unless SB 281 is enacted to include a cumulative effect rule, this rarely will become a reality. And in closing, I'd like to share 2 responses taken from Groton's recent master plan survey results, which happened over the summer of 2013. What do you consider the most desirable aspects of living in Groton? Living just beyond nowhere. What aspects of living in Groton concern you the most? Would prefer no income from wind farms and no more wind farms. And remember, this came up from a town that opened its arms to industrial wind. Please support SB 281 as amended and provide clear rules for citing these projects. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony.